Hello dear friends, so welcome back to my channel. This is Gerard Beya, and this is a channel where you can find a lot of different kind of projects. So this project is for Spanish language learning, and I'm using this smartphone application called Duolingo, and today we'll learn about people. So here are the tips from Duolingo for this particular topic. And me llamo Duo. So I call myself Duo, or my name is Duo. So llamar is to call. Me llamo it's calling myself Duo. Okay, so let's get started. In Spanish, me llamo is used to say my name is, but if you will translate it in a better way, you will say mi nombre es. Mi nombre es. My name is literally translated. But you can say also, I call myself Duo. Me llamo Duo. It literally means I call myself. Okay, it's even said here. And here we have an example.
Me llamo Luna.
Me llamo Luna. Her name is Luna, so she says, Me llamo Luna. Another example is how to say that you're pleased to meet someone.
Mucho gusto. Me llamo Pablo.
So nice to meet you, mucho gusto. And if you're a man, you can also say encantado, encantado. It means that you are enchanté, just like in French we say enchanté, that you are happy to meet someone. So enchanté, encantado, and or you can say mucho gusto. Mucho means much, gusto means much pleasure to meet you. So me llamo Pablo, so he called himself Pablo, and or you can say my name is Pablo. About adjectives, we know that in Spanish the adjective comes after the noun. So in Spanish, the endings of adjectives depends on the gender of what they describe. So we already saw this, for example, for feminine nouns, usually they end with the letter A, and for masculine nouns, usually they end, with the letter O. So here is an example.
Miguel es americano.
Miguel es americano. So americano with the letter O. Miguel is American. But for a woman,
Ana es americana.
Ana es americana. So you see how it changes depending on whether it's a female or a male. Alright, so now what about de dónde eres? De dónde eres? Dónde is where? De dónde is from where are you? Eres. So to ask where someone is from, you can say de dónde eres to ask someone where he is from. Or yeah, well, it's a correct sentence. I was just verifying this. De dónde eres? Where are you from? Let's listen.
¿De dónde eres, Camila?
Camila. So de dónde eres, Camila? So it's the chef who is asking this.
Soy de México.
Soy de México.
Soy de México.
Mexico. It's not Mexico, but Mexico. The X here, the letter X, is similar to kind of an H. You have to know that the letter H actually in Spanish is silent, but G, the letter G, can also be pronounced in certain cases as an H, like Herad, and the letter J also can be pronounced like an H, Juan, Okay, so here we have the letter X, which is pronounced like the letter H in English. So soy, I am de México.
Soy de México.
Okay, so if you're ready, let's get started with the lessons. We will practice. 15 minutes a day can teach you a language. Okay, that was a message from Duolingo. And which of these is Mexico? Mexico, of course.
México.
So China is China. Los Estados Unidos, the United States. And el estudiante is the student. So the correct answer is Mexico. How do you say where? Dónde?
¿Dónde?
Teléfono is phone and carne means meat. Dónde has an accent on the O, so please bear this in mind. And select the correct translation. She is from the United States. Ella es de Estados Unidos. If you say ella es en Estados Unidos, the first option, it means that she is in the United States, but there is a mistake. Estoy en Estados Unidos. When you talk about location, usually you don't use this kind of verb to be, estar. So, I mean, when you talk about location, you have to use estar instead of the verb ser. So the conjugation also changes. For example, ella está en Estados Unidos. So that's why it's not the correct answer. But when you ask if someone, from where someone is, then you can use the verb to be ser. So if it's confusing for you, I'll just repeat it again. In Spanish, there are two verbs to be, estar and ser. So you have to know when to use each one. Ser is used when you're not talking about location and it's something more or less permanent. But if something is not permanent and it's about location, then you have to use estar. Okay, so the answer here is de. Okay. How do you say my? It's me. Pagar is it's to pay, and estudiante is it's a student. Yeah. And now we have to pair the words. So nombre, it's name. Ensalada, salad. Woman, mujer. Me, sal is salt. Very good.
Marco, ¿de dónde eres?
Marco, ¿de dónde eres? This is a question. Where are you from? Where are you from? Good. I am Cuban. Cubano. So yo soy cubano.
Cubana.
Cubana. Well, you can say cubano, cubana. It doesn't matter because it depends if you are male or a female.
¿Ella es cubana?
Ella es cubana. So ella is she. It's a question. Is she Cuban? I live in Australia. So yo vivo en Australia. Australia. The pronunciation
Yo
also
vivo en
changes.
Australia.
Yo vivo
Vivo
en
en
Australia. Very good.
¿Él es estudiante?
It's a question, so you have to bear in mind. Once again, in Spanish, you don't have to change the structure, the construction of the sentence. It's just the intonation that makes it a question. And of course, the interrogation marks helps. So, is he a student?
Soy de Estados Unidos.
Soy de Estados
Estados
Unidos.
Unidos.
Okay, you don't need to say Americanos because Estados Unidos, there is only one Estados Unidos in America, and that's the USA.
Él y ella.
He and she. El estudiante. Estudiante. estudiante.
Marco y yo.
So Marco is the name of a boy. It's N. Yo, it's me. So Marco and I. Sorry, it's not me, but I. Sorry. So Marco and I. The correct way to say it, of course, even in English, you don't say Marco and me. We say Marco and I. We're going to, for example, my name is Marco. How you can say it in different ways. You can say mi nombre es Marco. We will go with this. Mi nombre es Marco. Or you can say me llamo Marco. Both are correct. She is from Mexico. So ella es de. So remember how it was. Mexico. With the accent. Alright, so I got another strike, and I can continue if I want. Just close this out because I didn't purchase this application. Let's practice some more. I think we have plenty of time. So China. So China becomes China in Spanish. El regalo is the gift. España is Spain. Los Estados Unidos, it's the US, the States. And how do you say Mexican? Mexicano or Mexicano? Mexico. Sorry, Mexico is Mexico, but Cubano is Cuban. So, is she from Cuba? So, this is a question. Ella es de Cuba? Yes. Good. And España? Pescado is just fish. So, is he from China? China. And so, it's a question. Él es de China? Good. And now we have to match the words. Two is dos. Sal is salt. Elegante. It's elegant. Mexicano is Mexican. And to pay, pagar.
¿Eres mexicana?
Eres mexicana. So it's a question. Eres, are you? So from the verb, from the conjugation of the verb, you can tell which pronoun you're referring to which person. In this case, it's the second singular person. So, are you Mexican? Yes. And is she American? It's also a question. Ella es americana. So, because it's not americano, she is a female, so americana.
Yo soy mexicana.
I am Mexican. And the girl is American. This is not a question, so I have to say la niña es americana. Okay.
Tú eres interesante.
Tú eres interesante. So you are interesting.
Bruno es estudiante.
Very easy.
Él es interesante.
Él es interesante.
Interesante.
Él es, he is interesting.
Vivo en Cuba.
Alright, so how do you say Spain in Spanish? España. So there's this N with the tilde, so España. And Antonio is a student. Antonio es un estudiante. Okay, I didn't type it correctly, but estudiante. I missed the N, but it's just a typo. So is he? He is American. So this is not a question, statement. So L, I think it's like this. Yes, él es americano. Americano. I wonder if there is an accent. No, there is no accent whatsoever. Alright, so well done. And this is another ad running because I didn't purchase the app, but it doesn't matter. I'm just going to close this. And how much time do we have? We have plenty of time. We have 15 minutes more. So what we can do is we can also do some revision. For example, we can revise a little bit about school. Why not? Because that was what we did previously. So we have to make sure that we remember. So how do you say school? La escuela.
La escuela.
Yes. And how do you say a problem? Problem is
Problema.
problema. It's not problemo, because in the movies we hear no problemo, because it sounds, it rhymes, so we say no problemo, but problema, no problema. This is the correct way. Padre is father and me is mine. And where is my book? ¿Dónde está mi libro? Yeah. Book, libro.
Libro.
Libre is free, but libro is book. I don't study Spanish. Yo no estudio español. So this is a negative form. We just have to use the word no in front of the verb. So it negates the sentence. Now we have to pair. So different, it's diferente.
Diferente.
Coffee, café.
Café.
Tomato is tomate.
Tomate.
Tomate. Difficult is difícil.
Difícil.
And the check is a bill. In the US you say check, but in the United Kingdom you say bill. So cuenta.
Cuenta.
Yo estudio en la universidad.
Yo estudio en la universidad. Universidad is just the university. Yo estudio, I study. So I study at the university. As easy as that. My university, mi universidad.
¿Tú estudias medicina?
¿Tú estudias medicina? Do you study medicine? Because that's a question. A difficult problem. So here we have to see, because difícil of course, but problem ends with a. Are we going to use una or un? I see only un here. Un problema?
Problema.
Difícil.
Difícil.
Yes, this is something interesting. Let's see what people are saying about this. Why we're not saying una problema difícil? There is a clear rule for this. Noun that ends with ma requires a masculine article. Example, el problema, el emblema, el enigma. Well, good to know that when you have an ending ma, it is masculine. So very interesting indeed. All right. Nice practice, always pays off.
Yo necesito escribir en clase.
Yo necesito, I need,
Necesito
escribir to write.
escribir. Yo necesito escribir en clase. Clase.
In the class.
Yo quiero escribir.
To write.
¿Tú estudias medicina?
This is a question. ¿Tú
Tú
estudias
estudias
medicina?
medicina.
It's not escribes. It's not to write, but to study.
Mi escuela.
My school. And here the school. La escuela. We have to use the right article, the feminine article, and define an article. La escuela. Alright. Nice. And how do you say university? Mi universidad. Universidad. Yeah. And how do you say a Spanish book? Un libro español. Do we have to say españolo or español? Español. I will say españolo. So it's just a Spanish book. This is interesting. I think I can look into the comments. Un libro de español. When to use de and when not. Why not un libro español, for example? So español, definitely española, I know, but these are kind of exceptions or irregularities in Spanish language. I have the same question. Maybe a Spanish book in the sense of a book in Spanish. Let's have the de. Okay, it seems that Libro de Español is a Spanish book in the sense of a book for learning Spanish. Can anyone confirm this? Yeah, so we got it. Un libro español would be any book of Spanish origin. Un libro de español would be for studying. So, here we go. But what about en español? So it means that it's written in Spanish. I think we don't say this like that. So, un libro español. Alright, good to know. So that was my mistake. Here's a tip. In English, we say tomato salad. In Spanish, we say salad of tomato. Do you want a tomato salad or a salad of tomato? Tomato salad. Well, some people say both. I don't know. Yeah. Una ensalada de tomate. Un libro de español. Un español libro. Un libro de español. Maybe that's a response to my question or to my confusion. So, ensalada de tomate. So, Spanish book. So, you have to use de. Libro de español. A Spanish book. So, what do you say? Un libro. I will use the same logic. De español. If I get it right, then yes, that's how you should say it. Alright, and how much time do we have? So I guess we have like 8 minutes or 7 minutes to go. So we should not start with the greetings. I think we did the first part. So the first part of Duolingo, almost. So let's do some revision if you would like. So we've watched what? We watched 2 episodes of the series Mi Vida Loca. So let's go back to the restaurant and see how much we remember. So here, which of these is the glass? The glass is el vaso. El jugo is juice, la naranja, the orange, and el azúcar. Azúcar is sugar. So uno. Maleta is just a briefcase. Tren is train. A cup of coffee, please. So una taza de café, por favor. A cup of coffee. A coffee cup. Do you want a coffee cup? You don't say a coffee cup. Say two.
Dos.
Well, sometimes you might say, this is a coffee cup and this is teacup. Okay, yes. Without milk, please. Sin leche, por favor. Alright, so now
Hospital.
This is the Spanish one. Hospital, hospital, Spanish.
Español.
Closed. Cerrado.
Cerrado.
So this is something that I tend to forget. Cerrado. Cerrado. Yeah. It's a close. Tres.
Tres.
Tren.
Un
Nice.
vaso.
Un vaso. A glass. Not N, but yes. A tomato salad. Well, a tomato salad or salad of tomato? Well, depends, you know. Some people say both, some people say this way or another way, yeah. So a tomato salad or salad of tomato. So we'll say una ensalada de tomate.
Sin sal.
Sin sal, without salt. A cup. Cup is, it's not a glass. A cup is una taza
Taza.
de
De.
café.
Café.
Por favor.
Por
Please.
favor.
Great.
Sin sal, por favor.
Sin sal.
Sin sal.
I missed the por favor. You see.
Una ensalada de tomate.
Yeah.
Un vaso de agua, por favor.
Un vaso de
Vaso
agua,
de agua.
por favor.
Favor.
1, 2, 3.
I don't know why it's not dos. Well, it's not working. Dos.
Una ensalada de tomate.
Una ensalada de tomate. Yeah. So the salad is la ensalada.
Sin sal, por favor.
Sin
Sin
sal,
sal.
por favor.
Por favor.
Yes. Alright, so looks like we did a good job and we still have 3 minutes. So in 3 minutes we can do a lot of things. So what can we do? Let me think. This is another ad because I didn't purchase the app. I guess we can, this is all done. Let's see, as a teaser, I suggest that we see the tips for the next time. So greetings, saludos. Tú versus usted. Tú is you, informal, and usted, it's formal. Yeah. So both mean you. So what's the difference? Tú is used in friendly conversation. Juan,
Juan, ¿cómo estás tú?
¿cómo estás tú? But usually you don't say estás tú, you just say ¿cómo estás? And it means Juan, how are you? Meanwhile, usted is used in more formal interactions. For example, hola señor, ¿cómo está usted?
Hola, señor. ¿Cómo está usted?
Yeah, hello sir, how are you? And ¿cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas is used to ask what's your name in informal interactions. So ¿cómo te llamas? So te is the object pronoun of tú. So that's what you have to remember. So hola,
Hola, ¿cómo te llamas?
hello, what's your name? Hola, ¿cómo te llamas?
Me llamo Omar.
Me llamo Omar. So I call myself Omar, or if you prefer, my name is Omar. Remember to use usted in more formal settings or when speaking to someone older than you. So, hola señor, ¿cómo se llama usted?
Hola, señor. ¿Cómo se llama usted?
So this is how you ask someone. Ser versus estar. Remember to use estar to describe things that are only temporarily true. that's what we have seen today at the beginning of this lesson, like the location of people. So ella está en los Estados Unidos. So now she's there, but then she will travel back and so on. Maybe she went de viaja, means on trip. And Manuel está aquí.
Manuel está aquí.
Está. He is here. Manuel is here. Está aquí. Notice there is an accent on está. And you will also use estoy, estás, or está to talk about how people are feeling or doing. So, for example, if you're tired, cansado, cansada, so you will say estoy cansado, tú eres cansada. If you're a girl,
Yo estoy cansada.
Yes, I am tired. And the other verb to be is ser, for more permanent description. Permanent descriptions like explaining what someone is like. And my brother is intelligent. So
Mi hermano es inteligente.
Es inteligente. Inteligente, yes, intelligent. You will also use soy, eres, or es to say where people are from. So this is what we did today. So in the lesson of today we talk about this. So soy de México. So de México, tú eres de los Estados Unidos. So yo soy
de los Estados Unidos.
Yes, I am from the United States, and now we have actually that's very good that we look at this. The tips for greetings, because we didn't talk about the tips for this topic really. It covers mostly what we did today, and I will not cover this because I think we're out of time already by 2 minutes. So we already I would say went above the time that I allocate for a lesson. So we'll stop here. Buenos dias, señor. We will see these things in the next episode of my videos. Alright, thank you for watching this video. If you like it, give it a thumb, give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on my next videos. Alright, thank you and have a nice day. Cheers, bye.